In other Delaware news, an early morning accident on Route 13 killed a Newcastle man this morning. State police say a tractor-trailer driven by 51-year-old John Rice of Baltimore pulled onto the roadway around 2:30 a.m. Rice told police he heard a noise, and when he pulled over, found a car jammed under the rear of his truck. The truck driver, that's the driver of the car, makes out, 29-year-old Vernon Austin Jr. was taken to Christiana Hospital, where he was dead on arrival. No charges have been filed against the trucker. Convicted murderer Philip Eaton is trying for another chance at freedom. Eaton has asked the Delaware State Board of Pardons to drop the no parole terms of his life sentence. It's his fourth bid for clemency. A hearing is expected late next month. But if Attorney General Charlie Oberle has his way, Eaton will not be released from prison. Oberle says he plans to oppose Eaton's request for clemency. And Oberle says he thinks it's an abuse of the system that Eaton is serving a sentence in a halfway house. Eaton is serving life in prison for the 1974 slaying of his ex-wife's fiancé. Eaton has drawn public attention in recent years as head of the Correction Department's Inmate Construction Unit. The DuPont Company today released its third-quarter earnings, and they show a 2% boost over the $452 million earned in the third quarter of 1987. Chairman Richard Heckert says the earnings benefited from good worldwide demand and substantially improved downstream petroleum margins. But he says they were constrained by lower crude oil prices and higher costs. Total company sales were up 5% from the same period last year, but down 6% from this year's second quarter. WAMS News Time 1:03. In world and national news this afternoon, a Soviet government will neither confirm nor deny reports that Soviet officials have promised to release all political prisoners by the end of the year. West German Chancellor Helmut Kohl says the Soviets made the promise during meetings he had with them this week in Moscow. The leader of a group seeking permission for Soviet Jews to emigrate says it remains to be seen if the promise is confirmed by the practice. Another space shuttle launch is set for this weekend, but it's not ours. The Soviet news agency TASS says the Soviet space shuttle will blast off Saturday for an unmanned flight. A hostage situation in Charlotte, North Carolina has ended with the hostage giving himself up. Police Information Officer Mickey Casey says it was apparently a disgruntled employee who had recently been fired who took a company manager hostage.
The person who was taken hostage, someone with the company, came out the door with the weapon that the hostage taker had, and then shortly thereafter, the hostage taker came out, I believe, unarmed.
The suspect had called a local TV station promising to give up if the station sent a minority reporter to the scene. The TV station complied, and the situation was resolved. And Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor has returned to her home in Maryland 5 days after undergoing surgery for breast cancer. A court spokesman says O'Connor is in good condition. She's expected to return to the bench Monday when the court ends a 2-week recess. The WAMS Wall Street update from the Delaware Bay Company. In active trading, the Dow at 2167.5, down 5.86. WAMS News Time 1:05.
The top of the hour means the top stories from across the First State and the world. Every hour, every day. On 1380 WAMS.
In WAMS Sports, NHL action tonight. It's the Flyers against the Rangers at 7:35. The official National Weather Service forecast today, sunny, a high of 57. Tonight, clear skies, 30 for the low. And expect a sunny day tomorrow, 55 for the high. 53 degrees and partly sunny at the 1380 News Center. I'm Jerry Smith. That's what's happening today, Wednesday, October 26, 1988.
1965. watching that clock for the man. The Vogue 5 o'clock world at WAMS. And we're kicking off the 1 o'clock block with Tom Gurick. Sam Cooke's coming up.
The one morning station, 1380 WAMS.
She was on the 16, on the 16. I loved her so, but she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. We'd laugh and we'd sing and do the little things that made my heart glow, but she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. Why did I give my heart so fast? It never will happen again. But I was a mere lad of 16. I've aged the years since then. She was on the 16, on the 16, with eyes that would glow. But she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know.
Then why did you give your heart so fast?
Boy, it never will happen again.
But you were a mere lad of 16.
I made the years since then. She was on the 16, on the 16, with eyes that would glow. But she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. But she was too young to fall in love, and I was too young to know. Oh, she was too young to fall.
Yes, Sam Cooke, 16, a wee bit too young. 1959 at WAMS, and it's 10 minutes after 1 o'clock, this time on the Prize Blitz. Seeing as how October is National Popcorn Month and all, this time around I'll be giving away not only some Smart Foods popcorn, but also a Smart Foods popcorn T-shirt, so you don't have to eat your popcorn naked. And not only that, but you'll qualify for the grand prize drawing, that all-expense-paid trip to Vegas. More details on the way, and that drawing will be next month. Coming up, I have oldies by the Outsiders from 66, Little Ronnie and the Highlights, and some honeycombs, too.
It's the Don't Worry, Be Happy sale at Delaware Rug Company. DuPont Stainmaster carpet starting at $14.95 a square yard, installed with padding. Your guaranteed personalized surface with a wide selection of carpets to choose from. Since 1951, the Delaware Rug Company has been serving Delaware. Why not stop by the Delaware Rug Company at 5 Forest Avenue, across from the VA Hospital behind 3 Star Pizza. It's the Don't Worry, Be Happy sale at the Delaware Rug Company. Call 998-8881, and remember...
Do you have it? Don't you like that? Watch for additional savings from Delaware Rug Company in today's News Journal paper.
In 1984, Mr. Wu campaigned on the issue of education. He claimed back then that he would make a unique contribution to urgently improve education, and he would take his innovative ideas and turn them into concrete proposals for the governor, the legislature, and the people. Well, in the past 4 years, what unique contribution has Mr. Wu made for education? Absolutely nothing. Whoops. It seems Mr. Wu forgot to do his homework. The only thing unique about his contribution is that he didn't do it. Now he's running for Senate, and again he's promising that he will improve education. Whoops. Everybody knows that if you don't do your homework, you get a big zero. Compare that to Bill Roth, who fought to save the Department of Education. In fact, funding for education has increased over the past 6 years to the highest level it's ever been. So the next time S.B. Wu says he cares about education, remember, whoops.
Paid for by the Roth Senate Committee.
About a dozen minutes past 1 o'clock at 1380 WAMS. If you got a second, I want to tell you about something special. It's the Trolley Stop Restaurant, because they're going to be part of the Loop this Friday night. Join the whole gang, with or without a costume. If you are in costume down at the Trolley Stop, you could win prizes valued at $100. The Trolley Stop will feature the band The Magic Touch for your listening and dancing pleasure, and the Trolley Stop will also offer the usual great nighttime snack fare and all kinds of drinks. Now, that's this Friday night. Write it down. This Friday night on the Wilmington Loop. It's the Trolley Stop. Come on down in costume. Have a good old time. Speaking of good times, how about we drift on back to the dead of winter, 1966? Oh, boy, I think that was an exceptionally cold winter. 1380 WAMS was playing The Outsiders.
Can't wait forever, even though he wants me to. I can't wait forever to know if you'll be true. Time won't let me. With that long, I've waited too long to love you, to hold you in my arms. Time won't let me. Time won't let me. Time won't let me.
Young man, single and free. Experience in love preferred, but you like your tree. Oh, you gonna put it in the wallet. I need a love that's gonna put it in the wallet. My man is out. At home I find myself lost and all alone. My man is playing the field. The thrill is gone. He stays all night, says he's a good boy, but lipstick on his collar, perfume on his shoe, tells me he's lying. Tell you what I wanna do, gonna put it in the wallet. This girl's in misery, gonna put it in the wallet. Somebody rescue me. I spend my nights alone, crying bitterly. Although I cry aloud, nobody really sees. And when I need him most, he's never by my side. He's either playing cards or drinking at the bar. He thinks that I'm a fool. I'm going to the easy fool, gonna put it in the wallet. I need somebody new, gonna put it in the wallet. My man and I are extra. Read all about it. Want it. Young man, single and free. Experience in love preferred, but real experience young lady.
called the Honeycombs from 1971. Going to put it in a what ad? In the classified. 19 after 1 o'clock on a Wednesday afternoon. Want to invite everybody that's listening right now to stop on down to Yesterday's Restaurant and Pub and see Paul McCarthy live, if you so desire. We have a live broadcast down there each and every Thursday night, and Tall Paul's always down there for a couple hours between 8 and 10. Caught a special this Thursday night, though, because it's Halloween party time down at Yesterday's Restaurant and Pub, home of the Zigzag Bar.
Delaware Insurance Commissioner Dave Levitt
will not allow corrupt insurance companies to turn back the clock to a time when they controlled the office of Delaware's insurance commissioner.
Only 4 years ago, we learned that Delaware insurance companies had defrauded Americans out of hundreds of millions of dollars. Dave Levinson put an end to that. He shut down the corrupt and bankrupt companies and brought national prestige to Delaware's insurance department. Since 1985, Dave Levinson's office has helped over 60,000 Delawareans with their insurance problems. Dave Levinson's programs to make Delaware a healthier and safer place to live and work have become national models. Dave has brought Delaware the lowest auto insurance rates in the entire region, and Dave's economic development program has brought good jobs to Delaware. On November 8th, let's re-elect the best insurance commissioner Delaware has ever had, Dave Levinson. Independence and leadership for Delaware.
Paid for by the Levinson for Delaware Committee.
Attention, boys and girls, witches and warlocks, come out for an evening of frightful fun at the Grand Opera House's Halloween extravaganza. See the classic horror film, Creature from the Black Lagoon, in bone-chilling 3D, followed by a live concert and best costume contest. Make this Halloween a howl at the Grand Opera House's Halloween extravaganza, Friday, October 28th at 8:30 p.m. Tickets available in advance at the door. It will be a scream. My, oh, my, I'm shaking in my boots. 20 minutes after 1 o'clock at your one and only station, 1380 WAMS, where the birthday club winner this morning was George Spence of Newcastle. Congratulations, George. But along those same lines, even though I don't normally announce birthdays, what the heck? I'm flexible. I'll work with you. Got a call from Pat Collins' husband. Now, Pat Collins is celebrating a birthday today, and her husband called up and says, geez, Tom, I've been listening since early this morning, and I didn't get a chance to hear it. So I know Todd announced it, but I'm going to announce it again just because you were nice enough to call us up and say that your wife didn't hear it, because I know you're a caring husband, you're a good husband, and Pat Collins, who is, let's say, over 40, we'll do that, celebrating a birthday today from your husband. Congratulations and happy birthday.
Always and forever.
This is a request for Beverly in Newcastle.
Each moment with you is just like a dream to me that somehow came true. And I know tomorrow will still be the same, 'cause we've got a life of love that won't ever change. And every day, love me your own special way. Melt all my heart away with a smile. Take time to tell me you really care, and we'll share tomorrow together. There'll always be sunshine when I look at you. Something I can't explain, just the things that you do. And if you get lonely, phone me and take a second to give to me that magic you make. And every day, love me your own special way. Melt all my heart away with a smile. Take
Newcastle, down in Newcastle, actually. She waited about an hour for that request, so I'm sorry for keeping you hanging on so long, Beverly. Always and Forever Heat Wave Gold from 1978. My last prize blitz winner. I think it's about the third time she called me back up there. Her name is Kelly Gear, as we all know. She works down at M. Charles Productions, and she told me that she doesn't feel like doing a lick of work today. Kelly, you must know people or something. I don't know. But she says she works hard for the money, and today she ain't going to work. And that's a request for the hardest worker at M. Charles Productions, Kelly Gear. And I don't know how hard you can work, Kelly. You're always calling the radio station. It's out of summer, 1983 gold at 1380 WAMS. Just about 29 minutes after 1 o'clock. Going to slow the pace down just a little bit. Remember the year 1962.
how it feels to be lonely. Cry. I know we feel so happy. If we never have to part. Wish that we were married. Yes, I wish it with all my
Beatles 1966 gold. Paperback writer at 1380 WAMS, 26 away from 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, it's news time with Jerry Smith in the First State Newsroom. And then after that, it's Bob Charger with more prize blitz giveaways all afternoon. And I still have another one to be given away, too. Some Smart Foods popcorn. And it's an all-natural popcorn. It's delicious, absolutely fantastic. And so you don't have to sit around and get chilly while you're eating popcorn. We're going to give you a Smart Foods T-shirt, popcorn T-shirt, too. And that'll also qualify you for the grand prize drawing, that all-expense paid trip to Vegas. Coming up, I got some gold from Martha Reeves and the Vandellas and the Chantels.
In 1984, Mr. Wu campaigned on the issue of education. He claimed back then that he would make a unique contribution to urgently improve education. And he would take his innovative ideas and turn them into concrete proposals for the governor, the legislature, and the people. Well, in the past 4 years, what unique contribution has Mr. Wu made for education? Absolutely nothing. Whoops. It seems Mr. Wu forgot to do his homework. The only thing unique about his contribution is that he didn't do it. Now he's running for Senate, and again he's promising that he will improve education. Whoops. Everybody knows that if you don't do your homework, you get a big zero. Compare that to Bill Roth, who fought to save the Department of Education. In fact, funding for education has increased over the past 6 years to the highest level it's ever been. So the next time S.B. Wu says he cares about education, remember, whoops,
Paid for by the Roth Senate Committee.
Gary Miller, the superstore. Everything you're looking for. Quality and super savings. There's only love I've got. A famous range and big selection. Ooh, my super warehouse has so much.
Garrett Miller, your superstore is your complete entertainment showroom and appliance warehouse for value, selection, and savings. Come into Garrett Miller for unbeatable buys like the RCA 26-inch diagonal color track TV with remote control and auto programming, just $449. And get a white Westinghouse 17 cubic foot frost-free refrigerator freezer with glide-out shelves for only $399. All merchandise is priced for immediate pickup. So hurry in today to Garrett Miller in the Gervais Industrial Park, Wilmington.
What hump? I don't have a hump. And if I keep talking like that, I won't have a job. Hi, it's Tom Gurick, midday personality at 1380 WAMS, your official Munsters radio station. We'll be appearing not only live, but in costume at the Christiana Mall on Saturday, October 29th, 2:30 to 4 p.m. And if you can guess who we are behind our costumes, you could win gift certificates with a value of $100. This Saturday, October 29th, 2:30 to 4 p.m. with the Cruisin' Chrysler from 1380 WAMS. Vangelis Gold from 67, Jimmy Mack. When are you coming back, Jack? 20 minutes away from 2 o'clock at WAMS with Tom Gurick on a Wednesday, and with the continuing saga of Kelly Geary, faithful employee of M. Charles Productions and prize Blitz winner. Her boss, or at least he said he was her boss, called me up, and his name is Bob Young. He said she shouldn't be calling radio stations, and it's a good thing that I made him aware of that fact. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Young, down at M. Charles Productions. I'm a personal friend of Mr. M. himself. And he said he'll have a little chit-chat with you at 5 p.m.
He said the gal stayed. Bruce Hornsby on the range. Kicking around some good stuff and some fun at WAMS.
Sometimes I lead, sometimes I follow. This time I go where she wants me to go. Said maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Deep in the woods, down the low valley road. I'm looking on the open picture. Took her all the way down the long down the road. They sent her away, not too much later. Left her walking down the old down the road. Walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on, walk on. Out in the hall, they were talking in a whisper. Everybody noticed he was gone a while. Somebody said you're gone to a sister. Everybody knew what they were talking about. Oh, I know who was looking on the old man picture. He showed her what they do down the long valley road. She came back around like nothing ever happened. Left her standing on the old valley road. Walk on, walk on, walk on, Lord. Walk on, walk on, walk on the valley road.
Mary Ann. Four Seasons Gold, 1967 at 1380 WAMS. Your one and only station with Tom Gurick on a Wednesday. 14 away from 2 o'clock. We're going to do a prize blitz. Next, it'll be a Halloween type of scary kind of question. But first, I want you all to walk this way. And come in, boys and girls, witches and warlocks. Come out for an evening of frightful fun at the Grand Opera House's Halloween extravaganza. See the classic horror film, Creature from the Black Lagoon, in bone-chilling 3D, followed by a live concert and best costume contest. Make this Halloween a howl at the Grand Opera House's Halloween extravaganza, Friday, October 28th at 8:30 p.m. Tickets available in advance at the door. It'll be a scream.
We're celebrating our grand opening at Billy K. Chevrolet in Wilmington at 40th and Market Street, where we have 2.9% financing on a selection of over 750 cars and trucks, over 125 Corsicas, Berettas, and Celebrities, all with 2.9% financing, over 150 pickup trucks to choose from, all with 2.9% financing. You'll save up to $5,000 on Caprices, Monte Carlo, and Cavaliers. Savings up to $6,000 on tough Chevy trucks, Chevy Novas, Spectrums, and Sprints, with celebration savings up to $3,000. And right now, Billy K. Chevrolet will give you $2,000 for your present car or truck on any used car or truck in stock. Grand opening celebrations.
This is Dale Wolf. The one-room schoolhouse where I learned to read and write is far different from today's classrooms. But one thing is the same. The only thing that counts is our kids and what they learn. The Dale Wolf agenda calls for continued state funding to keep Delaware teachers' salaries competitive. A report card on the performance of our schools as well as our kids. More emphasis on basic skills like reading and math. Without a solid education, there are no good jobs, no bright future. That's what this election is all about. Together, we can make a difference.
Everybody! Delaware, Delaware, there's no place I'd rather be than here in Delaware. Delaware, you're really special. You're something special. You're mighty special to me.
Paid for by friends of Mike Castle and Dale Wolf, Lieutenant Governor.
Let's do a little prize blitz thing here. This will give you your opportunity to not only qualify for the grand prize drawing, that all-expense-paid trip to Las Vegas coming your way next month, but you'll also be the recipient of some Smart Foods popcorn and a Smart Foods T-shirt. And it's getting close to Halloween. As a matter of fact, we're going to be planning a little Halloween party on Monday. And this Saturday, the whole WAMS gang going to be out at the Christiana Mall dressed in some kind of scary costume of the sorts, with a little promotion whereby if you can pick which one of us, whether it be myself, Bob Charger, Todd Holliday, or the Cannonball, if you can match the place in with the costume, you could win some valuable prizes. And I do want to make mention that the costumes we'll be wearing, courtesy of Grand Illusions Costume Company on Main Street down there in Newark. So let's ask a Halloween type of scary question. How do you kill a werewolf? It's pretty easy. Starting with caller 5 at 571 WAMS. Caller number 5, 571 WAMS. If you were confronted by a werewolf, say you're driving down Delaware Avenue, you know, and you stop down there at, like near the 7-Eleven. Say you hate when that happens and a werewolf jumps right out in front of you. I hate when that happens. How would you kill him? Give me the answer right now at 571 WAMS.
Feel that need and make it all right. Remember, no one is big enough to go alone. Just ask the lonely, they know the hurting pain of losing a love you can never reach. The young and foolish laugh at love, run away. Confident and sure that fate will bring another love their way. But ask the lonely, how They'll tell you a story of sadness, a story too hard to believe. They'll tell you the loneliest one is me. Just like
That's one of those disc jockey sing-alongs. I sing along when nobody's watching. Four Tops from 1965. At 7 minutes away from 2 o'clock, I'm going to go to the phones real quick and talk to John Sweeney. How you doing, John?
Very good.
The question I asked, getting near Halloween and stuff, if confronted by a werewolf, as we oft-times are around this time of the year, how would you cause the demise of the werewolf?
The only way to do that is with a silver bullet.
A silver bullet, yes. Hey, how did you know that? Did you study werewolfery?
Oh, I remember from back to Bela Lugosi and the movies back when they were on TV.
Pretty easy, but you qualify for the grand prize drawing, John, for that trip to Las Vegas, and you've also won yourself some Smart Foods popcorn and a Smart Foods t-shirt. How's that?
Very good.
Anybody want to say hi to while you're on the radio?
That's just my wife, Eileen.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome, sir. Chantel's 1958 Gold at WAMS. Maybe Baby. Classic gold from Chantel's 1958. Hey, if you got a minute, let's check in with Sandy Hill and Rob Weller for some home tips.
Get away for the weekend at bargain rates. Hi, I'm Rob Weller.
And I'm Sandy Hill, and we've got the word on a new kind of weekend vacation that's surprisingly affordable, even if you take the whole family. And it's a whole lot of fun.
We're talking about vacations down on the farm.
There's nothing like a visit to a real farm for both youngsters and grown-ups. It can be a real weekend adventure, and luckily more and more farms are now taking in overnight guests.
And they're sprouting up all over the country. You can find out about a place near you in a book called Farm, Ranch, and Country Vacations by Pat Dickerson.
We decided to check out a place listed in that book for our television show Home, and settled on a working dairy farm in Paradise, Pennsylvania. It's called Verdant View.
Well, as a guest there, you can help out with the chores, if you like. Even try your hand at milking the cows. Or you can just relax down by the fishing hole. But the best news at Verdant View is the price.
$30 a night for couples, $40 for a family of 4, and that includes a hearty country-style breakfast.
Keep listening. We'll be back with more home tips.
If you've got an unusual home tip you'd like to share,
send it in. It could end up here on the radio and on Robin Sandy's ABC daytime television show, Home. Write your tip on a single sheet of 8.5 by 11 paper and send it to Home Tips, 1380 WAMS, Post Office Box 3677, Wilmington 19807.
And time for me to skedaddle. Up next, news with Jerry Smith at the top of the hour. Then Bob Charger with the prize blitz. Move it on. See you tomorrow.
2 divided by love can only be 1, and 1 is a lonely number. 2 divided by love can only be sad, can only hurt one another, baby. Every night your tears come down, and I know how you're feeling inside. Loneliness is no one's friend. I've been taking the same kind of ride. I just shouldn't be. You're still loving me. Come on, baby. 2 divided by love can only be 1, and 1 is a lonely number. 2 divided by love can only be sad, can only hurt one another. I'd be lying to myself if I said I was getting along. All I do is think of you, and I know that it's here you belong. Girl, make your way. You can start from today. Put it back together. 2 divided by love can only be 1, and 1 is a lonely number. 2 divided by love can only be sad, can only hurt one another. Take away the rain from a flower, and the flower just can't grow. Take away your love for me, girl. Out of my mind, out of my mind, out of my mind, out of my mind. Divided by love can only be sad, can only be broken hearted. Divided and blue, you take what they had, but you haven't gone right started. 2 divided by love can only be 1, and 1 is a lonely number. 2 divided by love can only be sad, can only hurt one another. 2 divided by love can only be 1, and 1 is 1680
WAMS, Wilmington.
DUI charge lodged against the mayor. It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon from the 1380 News Center. I'm Jerry Smith.
The mayor did not feel he was impaired when he left the dinner meeting, and he's prepared to accept the officer's determination and will therefore not contest the charge.
That's Brian Murphy, Special Assistant to Wilmington Mayor Dan Frawley. Murphy is reading part of a statement issued by the mayor today in response to the drunk driving charge lodged against the mayor last night. State police say Frawley was charged after the city car he was driving crashed into another car on Shipley Road at the entrance to Cardiff. Murphy says the mayor was returning from a city-related dinner meeting at the Brandywine Country Club and was headed for home when the 8:30 p.m. collision occurred. Frawley is due in court the day after the election to enter his plea. No one was injured in the accident. A rally in Rodney Square featuring Jesse Jackson. Details coming up. WAMS News Time, 2:01.
Does covering educational costs, medical expenses, home repairs, and other costs have you concerned? A home equity line from Ninth Ward can help. Open a Ninth Ward home equity line based on 75% of your home's net equity value, between $10,000 and $100,000. Choose from a variety of flexible repayment terms, and there's no annual fee for the first year. For the complete list of terms and conditions, or to open up your home equity line, stop in for a personal consultation. Home equity line from Ninth Ward. It's part of the hometown difference.
WAMS News Time 2:02. Elsewhere around the first state this afternoon, former Democratic presidential contender, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, is in Wilmington this afternoon. Alex Cameron, a spokesman for the Dukakis campaign, says Jackson will be trying to generate more interest in the upcoming election. Cameron says a rally is planned on Rodney Square from 4 to 5 this afternoon. Jackson is expected to address the gathering. The University of Delaware Board of Trustees meets in a special session in about a half hour at the Hotel de Pont in Wilmington. The trustees are expected to discuss and act on the resignation this week of University President Russell Jones. Any decisions will be announced following the meeting. A hearing is underway into the dismissal of former Newcastle County Votech School Superintendent Conrad Schumann and his wife Patricia. The Schumans were fired in August amid allegations of payroll padding and that Mrs. Schumann rarely showed up for her district job. Conrad Schumann says the allegations were made up by conspirators, but the school board claims the Schumans are guilty of misconduct and neglect of duty. Both sides plan to call several witnesses during the hearings, which may take up to 10 days between now and the end of November. WAMS News Time, 2:03. In news around the world and nation, two big developments from Moscow. West Germany Chancellor Helmut Kohl, who's been meeting with Soviet President Gorbachev, says the Soviets have promised to free all political prisoners by the end of the year. A Soviet Foreign Ministry spokesman will neither confirm nor deny that. Gwendolyn Whitaker with Amnesty International reacts to that word. She says that her group estimates about 200 people should be involved, but she wants to know the number that the Soviets have in mind.
All along, the Western human rights organizations have cited more people as being political prisoners in the Soviet Union than the Soviets themselves have been willing to admit or count as political prisoners. So I think that's the key. It's just what's the definition of political prisoner and who actually will be released.
In the other news concerning the USSR, the Soviets say they will try to launch their first space shuttle on Saturday. It's to be an unmanned mission. George Bush charges that Michael Dukakis would repeal the income tax cuts enacted by President Reagan, and Bush is defending his call to cut the capital gains tax, denying Dukakis' charge that such a move would be a windfall for the rich. President Reagan is joining in today's GOP attack on Dukakis. He says the Democrats are squirming because Bush has shown how far out of the mainstream they are. If things continue to go well with whale rescuers in Alaska, 2 California gray whales could be freed from their ice traps by late today. Rescuers plan to use a tractor-like device to cut through ice between the whales and an opening in an ice ridge being made by 2 Soviet icebreakers. The WAMS Wall Street update from the Delaware Bay Company. In moderate trading, the Dow at 2166.43, down 6.93. WAMS News Time, 2:05.
You know what the news is. Paul Harvey tells the rest of the story every afternoon at 5:30 on 1380 WAMS.
In WAMS Sports, the Flyers will be skating against the Rangers tonight at 7:35. The official National Weather Service forecast, partly sunny, a high around 56 for this afternoon. Tonight, a night to bundle up, down to 30, clear skies, and tomorrow, sunshine expected, a high of 55. It's 55 now and partly sunny at the 1380 News Center. I'm Jerry Smith, and that's what's happening today, Wednesday, October 26th, 1988.
1963.